doing it. You supposed to be happy you sitting there with Kid L. Why you mad?
The Kid L Podcast.
Rocking and rolling. MCA Mike is in the building.
My God, what's the deal, man?
Appreciate you, man. And you brought some drinks here, man. You brought some hibiscus Henny Punch, and these are all, I guess, these are infused with alcohol. These
yes,
drinks
sir.
Here.
Yes, sir.
Incredible.
So basically, what we doing with them? I came up with it about 3-4 years ago. You know, like I was saying, I got the bartending company, the mobile event company. If y'all for all event needs, contact me. I do the bouncy houses, the table, the chair rentals, event staff, and really anything that you can think of. And I just came up with these because it gave me an opportunity to be in more in one place than once. I mean, more places than one. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you see these around, they basically know who attached to them. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. It's smart. I already know you have an entrepreneur mind. We're coming from a lot of backgrounds here. We're talking about you are a barber as well with your own facility, with your own business, and then you're also doing event hosting, and obviously you have your own items as well for sale. So it's a lot of things with entrepreneurship, man. How far back does your entrepreneurship go?
Really, to be honest, when I was like in high school, bro, I was playing football and shit, and I realized then that shit was not for me because I had to put too much time in there for not a guaranteed result.
Facts.
And you know, I had people all my life telling me like, bro, you big as hell, bro. Why you ain't playing football? Why you ain't doing this? It's just cause, man, I know money make the world go round. You know, it's not everything, but it's everything at the same time. You can't really do nothing without it.
Right.
So at that point in time, I was working a couple jobs. I was selling shoes. It even came down to a point where my mom, she bought me the PS3 when it first came out. I mean, the P4, I think, and I flipped that bitch. I sold it. I sold it and went and bought like 4 pair of shoes, sold the shoes, made like $1,200 and went and bought it again and shit. So at that point, that's when I realized like the art of hustling and what you can do with it if you do it right. You know what I'm saying? And I think that kind of like sparked the drive in me ever since I was just growing up. Yes. Like I just got that thought process like, damn, this can do this can do this. So
yes,
yeah, I just be putting 1 with 2 and then making it 3. You know what I'm saying?
You were favoring the odds instead of kind of playing to delusional, like,
absolutely,
you know, goals. Which it's not delusional to say that you're not going to make it to the NBA or NFL, but statistically the odds are like 0.1%. So
facts, you know,
very difficult.
And I ain't knocking people that go to college either. But if anybody ever asks me for advice, I'm gonna say, 1, do what you like to do, cause the passion is gonna bring the money. You know what I'm saying? But 2, what I'll say is, college can sometimes be set up to have you on a hamster wheel. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So if there's a way that you can cut your time in half, cause time is money. If you can cut your time in half and go to trade school for a year or 2, or go do whatever you want to do, take a skill trade. And you can possibly take that 1 to 2 years and make the money that you was gonna make to pay your tuition. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a result of it because I went to barber school, I think like for 2 years, and what I've been able to do since I got my license and been graduated, it's been crazy. Like the relationships that I've made, the money that I've made, the doors I've opened. So that's one piece of advice that I would give to anybody that's wondering like, damn, what's the next step? What should I do? I say time is money. You don't got all day. Like we got a whole life, but then again, you don't know when your last day might be. So you got to make it count. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yep, absolutely.
So you went hands on with everything instead of kind of. When you talk about school, there's a lot of curriculum that doesn't really apply to the end result, right? And they kind of require you to take certain types of classes and courses that don't have anything to do with what you're doing.
Nothing.
And that's why trade is kind of cool, because if you're going to be a barber, it's like you are just learning how to be a barber. You're not learning all these things that don't really apply to that, right?
Facts.
Very interesting. Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Detroit. I'm from 6 Mile, Livernois, Stoughton, right over by Detroit Mercy.
Cool.
You know where that's at? Yep. But man, I've been everywhere for real, bro. I've lived on the east side, bro. I've stayed off 7 and Lappin, bro. I've stayed in fucking Hollywood and Woodward. I've stayed fucking where else? PA. I've been everywhere, bro. You know, speaking on that too, my mom actually moved me from here when I was I want to say like 14 or 13, something around. It might have been younger than that. It's hard to remember, but shit was just getting crazy out here, bro, as it is now, as it always probably will be. You know, it's dumbed down a lot, but around that time, bro, it was just so much shit going on. I was getting into trouble, and being my background, I'm half Chaldean and half black.
What up, though?
Yeah, so it's like in school, people used to just talk shit, call me like Arab and call me different. You know what I'm saying? If you a Chaldean, you know how fucking different it is to be called an Arab versus a Chaldean, you know? So it's all love to, I got Arabic friends too that I'm cool with, but my Chaldean people know the difference. You know what I'm saying? So growing up in school, man, you know, I think that was the thing where I was getting into it a lot, and that's what brought me moving to Ohio, and I was living there for about 7-8 years. So I met a lot of good people and shit, and still got some good relationships from out there. But
when because obviously I'm Chaldean too, but when I was growing up, it was like the schools would treat you different.
Yeah,
for sure. Like they would put you in these special classes that you did not need to be in.
Swear to God, bro.
Like you could have a small accent, but all of a sudden they would put you in this one classroom where it's like, no, we're gonna fix your accent.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Like I would speak better than some of the students there. I would read better than some of the students, but they just looked at you weird for some reason. I don't know what it was.
Facts.
But you had it where it somehow affected you in your schools, which is kind of interesting because you don't look Chaldean at all. You would have to have told people you're Chaldean.
Yeah.
And so is that what it was? Were you like telling people like I'm half and half?
Yeah, it's like the Chaldean kids, they were like, because I went to school in Oak Park. I went to Key Elementary.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I was staying with my pops at the time. You know, my mom, she still stayed in Detroit off 6 Mile and shit like that. So it was a lot of times where I was going back and forth, and even coming up in different households, you taught different things. At heart, I'm a nigga though. You know what I'm saying? Like at heart, I really am. But I got so much love from my Chaldean family, and it's like when I was growing up, bro, being half black and half Chaldean, I had to learn how to embrace it and really learn how to be myself and grow my own character. Because as well as in school, you know, you would get around your family that's Chaldean, and then you see how your black family act, and it's just way different, bro. It's a way different culture, and even though there's a lot of similarities, that taught me to be comfortable in your skin, because now, me being the adult I am, you know, I get a lot of respect from my Chaldean side, or just from people that know I'm Chaldean and they see how I operate myself, and I'm able to just adapt in different environments and shit like that. So,
is your mom Chaldean or your dad Chaldean?
My dad's Chaldean.
Your dad's Chaldean.
My mom black. Yep.
So your dad was dipping in the
man. That was his thing, bro.
How did he meet your mom?
You know, that's a good question. From what I hear, clubbing. You know what I'm saying? Met my mom at the club and shit, and my dad just was always a big spender, bro. Like my dad was fly as hell, bro. Like, you know, like recipes my pops. I lost him like 2 years ago, unfortunately.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's all good. But from what I knew, my dad was just fly as hell, bro. So it was understandable for him to catch the attention of a black woman, because that's really what he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like he was fucking with the streets a lot. You know, he did some prison time and shit like that.
Damn, son.
But yeah, like, you know, so
really
I think it was really like the club shit that got them closer together. And then of course, once they got to kicking it and understanding, and of course they had me, and then one thing turned into another. But that shit fucked me up, bro, because I really wanted my mom and dad to be together, bro. Like I really did. I wanted to see what it was like to have a brother and a sister of my descent. You know what I'm saying? So it was like one and done, bro.
Oh, you're the only child?
Yeah, that they had together. And
okay.
You know, I got other siblings too. I got 3 siblings on my mom's side. He actually had 2 sets of twins back to back after me. And
but not full blood, you're saying, as far
as
okay.
But you know, and his wife was Russian and whatnot and shit. Like way different, bro. Like it's way different. I think even though I said my dad was in the streets and he was that type of guy, I think dealing with too much nigga shit like probably made him revert back to like okay, it's a lot of drama in this shit, and which is drama in a lot of shit, bro. But like I said, me going back and forth from my mom house to my dad house, I can see the difference. You got love for both sides, but you can definitely see the difference in households and shit. So
it's so interesting because a lot of people don't know how much the Middle Eastern culture has been involved in Detroit.
Yeah, bro.
And in the surrounding areas as well. And I always point to one of my favorite songs, Royce da 5'9", Chaldeans, and
yeah,
he says that, and it's like I don't think he would have put that together if there was no any type of connection between the two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're basically both of that in one song, basically.
Man,
like,
for real.
You know,
it's a blessing, bro. Really, it's a blessing. Like, I got a lot of more digging to do, and I got a lot more.
What did you learn from the Chaldean culture? You being Chaldean?
What I learned is the importance of family, bro. Unity, bro. Sticking together, because and that's another thing, the difference between the households, bro. One thing I can say about my people, black people, is we don't stick together, bro. It's too many chiefs and not enough Indians, bro. Like you gotta learn how to sit down, and you gotta learn how to you gotta learn how to use your ears more than your mouth in a lot of cases. And I feel like I see a lot of my people not listening, and I'm not saying like being told what to do and just being submissive completely, but bro, you got to understand, it's a lot of people that's higher power than you, no matter how high you get. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll always be a student and a teacher of the game, bro. Like, no matter how far I get in life or how financially stable I get, I'll always listen to what people have to tell me, because you never know what somebody gonna tell you, bro. Like, especially when you know discernment and you know that God don't make mistakes, and people having conversations with you is not by accident. You know what I'm saying? It's by design. So I think like the unity aspect and family and just sticking together, because we see what the Chaldeans accomplished, bro, out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about liquor stores, we talking about all type of shit going on, oil companies, we talking about restaurants. You go to Dearborn, bro, some of them Chaldeans, some of them really, they're taking over Sterling Heights. Chaldeans is really, because it kind of migrated from like Oak Park, and like I said, because I grew up in Oak Park. That's predominantly where all the Chaldeans were really at.
They went like it was like Detroit, Oak Park, Warren, Clinton Township, Sterling Heights, Madison Heights, like, and then they kind of just took over all that.
But what is that telling you? Progression, bro. Like, the more and more they migrate, the more bigger they cribs get, and the more taxes they file, and the more businesses they opening. So that shit just taught me, bro, like it taught me like to be street smart, but also be book smart, and be cool with people, bro. Don't be don't shield people off so much. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what our city teach us as well. Like, Detroit just teach us to like guard ourselves off all the time. But it ain't nothing wrong with being having some type of guard on you or some type of security, but I just feel like a lot of people hinder themselves from not being open to people and not listening to what people got to say. You know what I'm saying?
It's very interesting to just look at the point, like, is it working? Is what we're doing working?
Yeah.
Is what Detroit's doing working? Is the city elevating, or is it declining? You have to look at these factors. Like,
absolutely.
Not just from the downtown area, but from the city, from the hood areas, from the neighborhoods, to everywhere about it. Is it progressing or is it declining? And if it's progressing, then things are going right, and if it's declining, that means whatever's been happening is not working. So it's whatever way you perceive it. Talk about your entrepreneurship growing up, because I do love the story. You know what I'm saying? Like, your mom's buying you stuff, you're flipping it, you're learning how to make money. How does that progress into you finding your first entrepreneurship on a professional level?
Well, see, now I can say I went legit. You know what I'm saying? No, for real. Like, I can say now.
So it took a minute.
Yeah, it took a minute though, and I just got tired of doing stupid shit like buying weed and smoking it, not really seeing profit on certain shit. Like, I would, like, in the past, we done all sold some weed, we done all did some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's really seeing motivation from other people that have legitimate businesses, bro, and really we talking about people that can file $200K a year, bro, and that's not even all what they making. They just filing that just to file something to get some type of whatever they need, like some type of equity or some type of credibility in terms of the banks but you know, speaking on the hustle side and the entrepreneurship, like, man, I just always had that bone in my body, bro. Like my grandma, she hustling right now, bro. I'm talking about she never had a job, bro.
Word.
Ever, bro. Like my grandma, she always sold clothes and shit. Like, so growing up, I always seen her she'd go into a beauty spot or like a barber shop or something, bro, with a bag full of clothes. And it come out with $2,000-$3,000, bro. And I mean, she wouldn't work the rest of the week, bro. And I used to watch her do that. And I used to watch other people go to work for a whole week and make less than $1,000. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
And since I've been a business owner, I understand the value of getting something for one price and selling it for another. Not only that, but just like how I was explaining to you, like how I have the event staffing, like I can get contracts to where I might charge $75 for somebody, and I can pay somebody $30 an hour and still make $50 without having to do shit. You know what I'm saying? We talking about 10 to 20 people, bro.
Yeah.
For 10 hours, maybe 8 to 10 hours. So the math on that is crazy. But it also speaks to being able to bless other people too, right, bro? Because when I say I'm getting 75 for somebody and paying them 30, it's like, okay, you like, damn, you might be getting down, but really these people looking at me like, bro, you just changed my life, bro. I just made what I was gonna make in 3-4 days in one day, no taxes, just cash. You know what I'm saying? So, I look at that on the other end of making your time more worth it, not only to me but to other people too. Because you know, somebody, like I said, somebody might work a whole week, bro, and I just blessed you with $300-$400 in one day.
I used to work for a wedding company. I used to do the photo booths.
Yeah, and
I was making so much cheese, bro. I made like $250 in 3 hours. I was like, what? And I'm like, how much is this dude making? But I was happy with what I got.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was a kid, bro. I was like, this is dope.
Yeah.
So you're obviously giving opportunities to people. You're hiring people. You know, you're employing people. What was the first venture for you? Did you get into being a barber first, or were you into event spaces first?
I was actually into events first.
Cool.
So when I moved back from Ohio, I was probably like 16, 17. I just graduated high school, bro. I was probably like either 16 or 17, one of those. So I moved back and I moved with my grandmother. And right next door was my auntie. And this is my auntie through my grandmother's brother. Basically, they had a child together, and which made her my auntie, you know, by default. So she took me in, and I was working at Jimmy John's at the moment, bro. And I'm speaking to the truth, bro, because I literally was working at Jimmy John's, bro, and I was making like fucking $200, bro, $250 a week, bro.
Damn.
But you know what I was doing with that shit, bro? I know I had habits. I know I had shit I wanted to do. So what I would do is I got blessed with a car. My auntie gave me a car, so I'm stacking my money, bro. I'm working at Jimmy John's, bro. I'm spending $50 out of my check and stacking $200 every week, bro.
Yeah.
You know how hard that shit is, bro? Like,
Yeah.
especially seeing our living circumstances now, like, and understanding, like, okay, we want to buy fly shit. We want to take trips. We want to eat here, do this. So just thinking like, damn, bro, I was really making $250 a week, bro, at one point in time. But that's why I tell people, like, bro, you gotta really want it, bro. Like, you have to really have discipline. Like, no matter how much money you gotta have discipline. So moral of the story, I'm doing that shit, and she just told me, like, hey, you wanna come work with me? And I was making $20 an hour, bro, which is not really, it's cool.
Where at Jimmy John's?
No,
with your aunt?
hell no, not at Jimmy John's, but I'm going to work with my aunt. You know, we doing weddings and shit, and I didn't know how to carry trays and shit. Like, now I can carry like 12 dinners at one time, bro. Like, I don't know if you be seeing people do that shit. Like, I could do that shit with my fingertips. Like,
I see
you know, so going to work with her and making $20 an hour, bro, I'm coming home with $140 in cash, bro.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I just told you I worked the whole week and made $200. So the more bookings I start getting, I said, fuck that shit, bro. I'm not gonna do this shit. I'm gonna just put my time into going to find contracts and going to find people that are offering work like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
one thing turned into another. I got hired at Cobo Hall downtown. I've been there for like 7 years now. By the grace of God, now I'm on the A-list, you know, so now I got higher seniority, but basically saying, bro, you got to start somewhere, and also you can't be afraid to start somewhere, because a lot of people can't humble themselves to say, all right, this nigga making $1,000, I'll be cool with making $250 in a day. That's why I'm saying, like, a lot of people want to be chiefs, but they can't be Indians. I just had to understand I had to start somewhere. So it feels so good to start from being paid what I used to be paid to paying other people now. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, bro.
But it just all take dedication and discipline and just staying on the right track and just staying diligent, really.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm hearing a lot from you is discipline, right? Like, you knew what you wanted, and you knew that you had to take sacrifices in order to get those things, which is hard for people. You knew to set aside a certain amount of money, which most people will just blow it, wait for the next check.
No, that shit was hard, bro. Cause I'm seeing people that's scamming and doing all type of other shit, bro. And I fucked with that before, but it's like, it's nothing like doing some legit shit and a check hitting your account, bro.
No.
And you ain't gotta watch over your back for motherfuckers coming to get you, bro. You ain't gotta do a lot of shit as opposed where you doing illegal shit. You know what I'm
everybody
saying?
wants to skip the paper chase these days. Everybody kind of wants to do the thing where it's like, man, how do I make as much money as possible without doing anything?
For
It's
real.
like, bro, it doesn't really work like that.
No, for real.
You know, I think social media really tricked people into believing that you could just make money for free.
Comparison to thief of joy, bro.
Yeah.
Like I tell everybody that, bro, like if you got to delete Instagram for a minute, bro. Delete that shit for a minute. All social media, bro.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, if you're not running a business.
Yeah. If you're not running a business, bro, you don't need that shit, bro.
But then where do all our clients go?
Yeah,
that's the only problem. It's like, if we tell everybody to get off social media, then who the hell are we selling anything
then
to?
what are we doing content for and shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So
I
that's
swear.
absolutely facts. But you know, it's just like having discipline and discernment and being able to tell yourself, like, bro, I'm getting on here and I'm wasting 5 hours of my day scrolling, bro.
It's crazy.
Between Facebook, between Instagram, between Twitter, between X, whatever. Threads, that new shit. Like, whatever the fuck the case may be, bro. You
Bro,
getting on there.
I've been going to sleep without looking at my phone, or waking up without my phone.
Yeah.
Changed my life, like, instantly. I was like, bro, I feel like
Absolutely,
a different person right away. Imagine if we just reduced it to like 30 minutes a day only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just to check what's going on real quick and peace out. I want to talk about your barber business, man. How did you get into the barber business?
So with the barber business, bro, you know, I kind of had an interest with that. Like, even when I was staying in Ohio and I was getting my hair cut, I was going to different barbers. Not only was I interested in, like I said, the hustle aspect of it, I'm watching people get 3 to 4, you know, haircuts was not shit like what they are now. Let's just be honest, you know, but I'm watching people get 3, 4 people in 1 hour, bro. They taking 15, 20-minute haircuts, bro. They doing whatever to your haircut, but they getting your money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, like, okay, I just watched this nigga make $100, charging $25 a person, and he making $100 an hour. You know what I'm saying? But on the other aspect of it, I was intrigued with the skill of it, though. Like, and I don't think I really got that intrigued with the skill until I start getting older and I start seeing, like, damn, this nigga fucking my haircut up, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Like, he charging me $25 and getting me up out of here. I'm thinking I'm crispy, but he really pushing my hairline back. He doing all this, and that hinted to me wanting to watch YouTube videos, and me like, man, I can't keep letting them do this to my hairline. You know what I'm saying? And in high school, I didn't really take too much seriousness into it. But when I got back to Detroit, I knew that I was not going to college, bro. Like, I knew, like, my mom was asking me, like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And I credit my mom a lot. Cause I used to be mad at her, bro. Like, real shit. Like, I used to really, especially me being Chaldean, bro. We want the handouts. Like, where the fuck is the liquor stores we can own and the fucking car dealerships? And we want all this shit. We see all the other kids and being rich and shit, and we want that shit. But I would not change my life at all if I had another chance, bro. Like, in terms of not being, like, I had nice shit, but I wasn't spoiled or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? From either end. And
Now, Chaldeans, the interesting thing about it is they have the presentation of being rich, but really they ain't got shit behind those doors.
real shit.
Because I grew
Real
up in
shit,
like
bro.
a decent house. It was an okay house.
Yeah.
And then, but like we had nothing going on. You couldn't get nothing extra.
Yeah.
But it's just like, all right, we got to make sure our house looks good for the guests. Other than that, there wasn't
It's
really
chaos behind closed doors.
and it's
chaos,
like,
bro.
and you're really dealing with like, Chaldean parents are loud as hell.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
loud, it's toxic, it's
For
tempers, it's anger, it's yelling, it's disapproval, it's disappointment. It's like, damn, man, it's all this shit going on.
Yeah.
I'm not comparing it to nothing. I'm just saying like Chaldeans have a little bit of a mirage as far as how much happiness and joy and love and
Facts.
success is actually behind it.
Facts.
Maybe like 20 years later, after they like build their foundation, then they see some real money.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
it took my pops 30 years to make some real money.
Man, for real,
30
bro.
years. But it looked like he had money 30 years ago. It looked like he had money.
Gotta fake it till you make it,
but
bro.
he did not have any money. He
Yeah,
had
you
nothing.
gotta fake it till you. And I can say even when I was working at Jimmy John's, bro, I was still clean, bro. I don't know how I was doing it, bro. I was still like if I was to ever step outside and shit, bro, like I was never like a bum though. Like never.
Yeah.
Like I was always clean. I always kept me some cologne. I always, because you gotta fake it till you make it, bro. First impression is everything, like, and around that time, like I was saying, like I'm looking for another opportunity because I'm not working at Jimmy John's my whole life, bro.
Swear, bro.
So, with that being said, you got to be ready, bro. So, that speaks a lot to where, like I said, like growing up with my dad and seeing how he carried himself, like I never knew how much money he had. He never told me, he never told nobody, but
Bro.
I just knew he stayed clean. He stayed in some nice whips and he stayed with some new opportunities and shit. So, I very similar to what you were saying,
Yeah, for
Yep.
sure. So when you were, how long have you been a barber for?
I've been a barber for like 5 years. I got sidetracked as hell. I meant to be talking about that shit, but
no, you're good.
so like I was saying, when I had got back to Detroit, I knew like, and I was again getting my hair cut by people, and
You knew
Shop-
they're taxing and they're not really delivering a good product.
yeah. Now this one thing I can say, I ran into a outstanding dude, right? And his name was Juice Cuts. Shout out Juice, bro. I know you probably gonna see this, but that was like one of my favorite barbers when I got back to Detroit because I went through having this type of hair, bro. I go through a lot of people that don't know how to cut my hair, and he was getting me crispy, and it was like our conversations was beyond him just cutting my hair. Like he was telling me, I was telling him all my aspirations. Like, man, bro, I want to go to barber school, bro. I want to start cutting hair, bro. I want to start rapping. I want to do all this shit, and he was like, man, bro, just do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Just go do it, bro. And he told me the barber school he went to. And once he told me that, I took it amongst myself to enroll myself into barber school, Michigan Barber School. Unfortunately, they shut down now. But I enrolled myself in there. And this gonna fuck a lot of people up, bro. And this is why I say go to trade school or find something that's a trade, bro. Like all the money and the connections and all the shit I've cut in here, bro. I went to school for free. I got a Pell Grant, $18,000, bro. I've paid nothing, bro.
What's that?
So basically, a Pell Grant is basically how it sounds. Just like a grant for kids that, or not even kids, but because I know people that's older and decided to use try to get a grant, and they've got approved. Maybe if you don't get approved for the whole thing, you might get a deductible, and like for $10,000-$12,000, you just got to pay the rest. My partner right now, Peace, aka Cut Guy. You know what I'm saying? It's my partner. That's why I own the shop with the Cut Lounge. That's our barbershop name. But he just went to heating and cooling school. He graduate tomorrow. Like, and we was just talking about before he started school, it was 10 months ago. And now he's graduating, bro, with a whole new certification. I'm talking about a whole nother 6-figure occupation aside from cutting hair. You know what I'm saying? And this is just goes to the testimony of gambling on yourself and not putting your life in a job's hands. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta take the risk. So with that Pell Grant, man, whoever listening, bro, look into that Pell Grant. You know what I'm saying? Go get you a trade, knock that shit out, start making some money, bro. You know what I'm saying? And speaking on barber school.
Sorry, what's wrong?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, like right here.
Oh yeah, yep. There you go. Yep.
It's cool.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Go ahead, from there, bro.
You know, and speaking about barber school, like, when I first started going, like, I didn't know nothing about cutting hair, bro. Like, nothing. Like, the first 6 months of me going to barber school was just all book work and just studying and taking tests and shit. Like, when I got on the floor to cut hair, I was scared to cut hair, bro. Like, a white person, anybody in general came in, I'm down there running from the cuts. But,
Yeah, I
you
feel
know, once I did start to get more familiar with cutting hair, I would see a white person come in or somebody with straight hair or, you know, anybody, and I'd be like, bro, I'm not doing that shit. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to get comfortable?
Comfortable?
Yeah, cutting somebody's hair.
Man, bro, like, really, I say I started barber school maybe 2018, bro. 2018 or 2019. I didn't get comfortable cutting hair till 2021, bro. After COVID.
It took a few years for you to get used to it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's when and even then I didn't have my confidence. Even because I had got an opportunity from somebody, one of my grandmother's friends. She let me come cut in her shop for free when COVID was going on, and when COVID started happening, they shut the school down.
Yeah.
So at that point in time, like, you know, unemployment and all that shit was going around, and like I said, I was fucking with this, that. But I knew I needed a certain stream of income, and I had like kids and shit like that. So I'm like, bro, this shit gotta pop. And I just thought about it one day, like, I got a fucking bag full of clippers, bro.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like,
Yeah.
let me start promoting this shit. So I'll never forget it. I did my first house call in the pandemic for a kid. It was like $50, bro.
Word.
$50, $40 or $50. I probably charged her 40 and she gave me a tip type shit. And that was like the first piece of hair that I cut outside of school and for money, and it was actually not that bad of a haircut, cause I say this to say to a lot of people, bro, like, you can't be scared to try some shit, bro, because as bad as I thought my haircuts was, they was so appreciative of the haircut. They loved it.
Yeah.
Especially because it was not accessible at that moment. So
you gotta believe in yourself, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
With
what it
anything
is.
you gotta do, bro, you gotta believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe. You know what I'm saying?
Plus, once you just put it in your mind that you will eventually figure it out, it helps your entire system be like, okay, let's try it, let's do it, let's take it step by step. I think when you look at something as a whole and it's like a whole new thing, that's what kind of intimidates people. But if you just look at it as a step-by-step process, like, all right, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to learn this, I'm going to get better and better and better, and then eventually I'm going to get to a point where I'm super comfortable doing it and executing at a high level, then it becomes easier to do.
Facts.
You did haircuts for some Detroit celebrities, man, One Up T being one of those notable cats.
Well, that was actually, so my partner cut One Up T.
Oh,
but
cool.
we cool though. I know him. I know him
cool,
though.
yeah. But your shop still hosted to do that, which is like, those rappers don't mess around when it comes to their hair.
For real, bro.
They're not about to get a haircut with
For
somebody.
real.
Like, they're about to go on stage. Shit has to be crispy. So them trusting you guys, these artists and Detroit figures, trusting you guys says a lot about the shop itself, man. As far as your entrepreneurship's concerned right now, man, you work right now, you said you work at Kobo.
Yeah.
Plus you have the barbershop, and plus you have the event space. Is your day just 24 hours? Like, it's just nonstop grind?
Bro, nonstop. Like, that's what I tell people, bro. Like, you know, because most people, when they want to be an entrepreneur and want to go into their own business, people be like, man, I want to be able to take days off, and I want to, and don't take what I'm saying, you know, because you can take as many days off as you want. But when you got businesses, it's like, bro, like, that shit is never ending, bro, because it's never enough that you can put into yourself, into your business. You know,
how do
like,
what keeps you going? Like, what keeps you like, all right, every day I feel fresh and good and ready to wake up in the morning and go?
to be honest, bro, some days I be wanting to say fuck it though, bro. Like, I'm serious, bro. Like, I'm serious, bro. Like, you know, with cutting hair, bro, like, I actually just got another certification, S&P. I just got certified to do S&P. If you don't know what that is, it stands for segmented micropigmentation. And it's basically like if somebody's thinning on the hairline or balding at all, I can tattoo their hairlines or wherever they're balding at to make the illusion of them having hair. And that consists of micropigmentation for eyebrows, shit like that. And I say that to say, like, man, shit gonna get stagnant. Like, if you doing haircuts 24/7, you gonna get tired of that shit eventually, bro. But you just gotta find ways to rebirth yourself with whatever you're doing. Like, I'm sure, like, you've been in the production industry for years, bro. And when you struck gold on doing interviews, it felt refreshing because you probably got tired of just taking pictures at weddings and taking videos and shit, doing the same shit all day. So, you know, it's refreshing to learn new shit, bro, and just start doing. And I think that's what keeps me moving. Like, always meeting new people, opening new doors, getting new contracts, getting new clients, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
amazing.
Even where I'm at right now, like, being how far I've gotten, I got so much more room to go, bro. Like now, like, I have a suite of this size, you know, and now I'm working on trying to get a brick and mortar. I want to put a sign up somewhere. I want to hire barbers under me. I want to teach them services. I want to teach them S&P. I want to get their clientele booming now, you know, and hence to what I was saying with the event company, you know, like, people being used to making a certain type of money when you can bless somebody like, hey, I need you last minute, I'll throw you $40 an hour. Nigga, 4 hours is damn near $200. Yeah. But for me, I'm still making what I'm making, so it's not really like I'm losing out on shit. But I'm just glad that I can bless somebody else too, though. So
incredible.
It hints to the same thing, you know, like, just really just finding the urge to do it. And I really, that's why I say, like, if you got a passion for something, chase your passion. Don't chase the money, because the money will have you tired of doing some shit. But if you got a passion for it, it's like you wake up every day and you chasing it. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
That's what I would say. Absolutely. That's what I would say.
Along with your entrepreneurship, man, you make some fire-ass music. You do a lot of great one mics. But you also have a banger-ass song with Rio Da Yung OG, man.
Yeah, man.
Can you talk about how the song with you and Rio came together?
So that was around that pandemic time, bro. Like, when I was just feeling like, man, something gotta shake. And the hunger in that, not knowing where my next 1,000 was gonna come from, bro. It had me hungry to just do all type of shit. And I can definitely say my hunger for music was so much stronger. Not to say that it is now, because I'm getting it back now. But at that period of time when I was fucking with the music, I was catching the eye of a lot of people, because I was just consistently dropping. And when I seen Rio doing his thing, you know, that run he went on when he was doing $500 features.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself. I said, man, I'll go spend $500 on some weed. I'll spend $500 on some fucking shoes, anything. So let me spend $500 to invest on my craft. You know what I'm saying? Facts. And I hit him up, and it went well though. I can definitely say that the first time we were supposed to link up and drop the video, and it didn't go well. Like, I went to Flint, bro, and I went with my cameraman. Shout out Fat Sosa. You probably know Fat Sosa.
Of course I know Sosa.
That's my dog, man. Like, as you see, me and Sosa was on a run, bro. Like, that's still like my number one cameraman. That's my dog. We went down there. I went with a few of my peoples. You know what I'm saying? We got straps and shit, because we don't know what the fuck we about to get into. Bro, when we pull up to this nigga Rio crib, bro, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. We got out the car, and this a true story. Like, Sosa, if you ever see Sosa, bro, he'll tell you this exact story, bro. This nigga car got impounded, bro. We pulled up to this nigga shit, bro, to shoot the video. And I think they said that we got out the car, we had straps and shit again. But they said that they impounded this nigga whip because he parked 2 inches away from the curb, bro. So they took his whip, they took all our guns and shit, bro. I swear to God, bro, the moment that we went to the backyard and was waiting for Rio to come out, this was when he was dealing with all the extra shit, probation and all the shit. Bro, it was like literally 7 state troopers, 7 Flint cars, sheriffs. Bro, I'm thinking I'm wanted, bro. Like, I'm thinking we all wanted and shit, bro. Like, it was some, I can speak on it now because none of us got really into no legal trouble from the shit by the grace of God. But, bro, that was the most craziest shit ever, bro. We drove an hour to go shoot the video, and we had to take a lift back to fucking Detroit, bro, all the way from Flint, bro. We all had to go in like $100, bro.
Where did the cops come from?
I don't fucking know, bro. Till this day, bro. Like, I had so many fucking questions, bro. Like, I had so many questions, bro, that day, bro.
That's
like,
crazy,
I didn't know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, still to this day, like, I don't know what the fuck happened, bro. Like, I'm just going off the strength that they said neighbors said we had hopped out with guns and shit like that.
That makes sense. Like,
yeah,
they see you coming out with weapons and stuff, so the neighbors called. And then obviously because you're next to Rio's crib, and they're just like, all right, like everybody
all
pulls
type
up.
of shit. And me not thinking about it, like, okay, this Rio, bro. Like, at that point in time, Rio was probably one of the biggest people out of Flint at that time.
Did he come outside, or did you just?
This was before he even came outside,
so
bro.
he didn't even come outside when he seen those cops come up. He was probably just like, all right.
I'm gonna tell you what happened, bro. We walked up to the door. We walked up to like the gate, like where the driveway started and shit. And we got to like the side door, bro. Rio came out. He dapped me up and shit. I had just bought a Chasing Chicken hoodie. And I sent him the money because I was going to wear it in the video just to show some love, like on some Flint shit, bro. I never got that hoodie, bro. He went back in the house to grab the hoodie and the cops pulled up. I never got the hoodie, bro. And I never seen him again, bro, after that until, of course, I shot the video with him on the next opportunity.
So when you guys got the phone call afterwards from their team or whatever, were you guys like, we
didn't know what the fuck was going on,
bro? Did
they
understand? Did the Rio's team understand what happened?
I mean, he understood, but I think it was like some point of confusion, like how it was for us, because this would be my first time actually meeting Rio in person,
like the
bro.
worst introduction to Rio.
Yeah,
is
bro.
having the feds pull up to the crib.
Swear to God, bro. And I know
terrible.
he's probably looking at us like, damn, what the fuck y'all on, bro? Y'all know I'm on papers. Y'all got all these niggas pulling up to my crib.
That's terrible.
But we looking like, bro, what the fuck going on with you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
so you guys thought maybe they had something to do with it?
Yeah, we didn't know what was going on, bro. It was a crazy ass experience,
it's
bro.
like a movie scene.
It was, but after that, like, I got my CPL license, bro, because they took my gun. It was registered in my name, bro. I didn't have that, bro. I had that gun for 2 days, bro.
How much did you buy it for?
$800.
And they took it away?
Took it away, bro. That was right. And at that time, I ain't have as much money as I got now, of course. So that shit was like I was talking about that shit for like 2 weeks, bro. I didn't want to do shit, bro. I didn't want to do nothing, bro. People asking me to go out and shit. I'm like, bro, I can't even do it, bro. You know?
But the song went slap, right? Like, you guys really, I think it's like 200,000 on YouTube, maybe something like that.
Yeah. And I'll be looking at that every day like, bro, damn, I should have dropped this bitch on a bigger platform because I probably would have had my first million views. But
you can always recycle, man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But you do a lot of one mics too, man. Mm-hmm. You also dropped Morton track, which is dope. I love Morton's, man.
Yeah.
I like that, and it's your one mics are dope because they're very raw. You do them at the barbershop, right? So it's kind of like you're promoting at the same time that you're doing it. Very raw, very gritty. You've made music a long time ago in the past, but you took like long breaks in between. So it seems like you're kind of trying to reemerge on that angle. And I think you're dope, bro. I think your music's dope. I think you and Energy work together very well. I think, that collaboration slaps. Mm-hmm. It's just a matter of time of just recycling the content that was already fire, like you and Kev and Rio, and just start dropping new shit, and that shit will flame up.
Absolutely.
I want to ask some questions, just some fun questions for the fans. First of all, being a barber, obviously there's a lot of hiccups and things that happen with guests, the clients, but what's like the nose to the clients? What's the thing that you least appreciate about being a barber?
Bro, booking a fucking lineup and thinking that a taper comes with it, bro. I hate that shit, bro. Like, all the clients out there, bro, and barbers, y'all can agree, bro. Like, people will be like, hey, bro, I need a lineup, bro. And I'll be like, okay, bet. See, now I only fuck with the app. So people will go on there and they'll book the lineup, and then they'll come in and be like, hey, but you ain't do this. Bro, that's an extra $10, $20, bro. A taper is a type of haircut, just like a fade or anything. So the taper does not come with the lineup. My other pet peeve, bro, is I would say my other pet peeve, bro, is coming in the shop, bro, and you fucking sweating profusely, bro, and you fucking your hair dirty. I'm gonna say this, bro, like me being a more educated and experienced barber, bro, you can't get a good haircut if your hair dirty, bro. Like it's just like it don't mix well. Like it's like trying to draw with a crayon on a wet paper. Like, it just don't operate. So
I remember my barber one time, I came in with my hair gelled, and he
oh my God, bro.
Yeah, he purposely was tugging the comb in my hair to like teach me a lesson. Chill out, bro. But he was pissed, bro.
That's how I be, bro. Like, and I know, cause when I wanted to go get my hair cut, bro, I went to go get my shit cut, bro, and my hair was wet, bro. I just got out the shower or some shit, bro. My barber was on my ass, bro.
Yeah.
I never forget that moment, and that's another token to me. Like, I be staying on people's ass, bro.
So how should you come to the barber like shop? Just dry hair, just
wash. And I'm gonna say this because a lot of people ask me this question too. Shampoo and conditioner has two different components, bro. Shampoo is a more acidic base, which means it's to clean your hair, strip your hair. Conditioner is alkaline base, which adds the moisture back to your hair. You know what I'm saying? They're two different components. So you're supposed to wash your hair with shampoo and then condition it after and rinse it out with like lukewarm water. And just come just like that. Do not put no oil in there. Do not put no grease in there thinking you trying to help and shit like that. Cause it fucked the haircut up. But you know, that's like a one-on-one that I'm sure everybody can agree with, that's barbers and shit.
Is there anything else that bothers you about being a barber or things like this? Or is that pretty much the whole
man,
thing?
really, bro, I've seen a lot of shit, bro. I think I'm kind of used to a lot of other shit now. I think also when people get the false expectation of, cause I barely do walk-ins and shit like that now, but I think people get the false expectation of when you book an appointment, sometimes you supposed to get right in the chair, like right at 4 o'clock. Like, bro, we're human, bro. Like, I'm running late too. I have the courtesy of texting somebody like, hey, bro, I'm running a couple minutes late, bro. If you want to chill in the car for like 15 minutes, get you something to eat, bro, then do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I see a lot of people, bro, that come in and be tripping, bro, like, cause they gotta wait 10, 15 minutes, bro. And I just be like, bro, like, I understand, like, but I'm gonna say this though. If I got you an appointment for 4 o'clock, bro, and it's 4:15, 4:20, and you not nowhere to be found, bro, I'm keeping your shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm keeping your deposit, bro.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm being a hypocrite. It's because that spot that I gave you is just ensuring that you're gonna get your haircut today.
Yeah, deposit's a deposit.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's just ensuring you're gonna get your haircut today. But it's different if you come in at 4:30 and your appointment is at 4 o'clock and you expect me to give you a good haircut in 30 minutes, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How
like,
long do you usually take with a haircut?
Like 30, 45 minutes. Sometimes if I'm really taking my real honest work, like probably like an hour if I need it. You know what I'm saying?
How long does that kind of haircut usually last somebody? Like an hour-long haircut? Like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or like?
To be honest, I've heard a week, I've heard 2 weeks, I've heard 3-4 days. To be honest, it really just depends on.
Some people are just crazy with their hair, man.
Yeah, bro. Some people don't. And then I ask, like, bro, did you put your do-rag on, bro, when you went to sleep, bro? Did you do this? Did you do that? No, I ain't. So
I'll tell you what bothers me about barbers, though, man. Now that we're on this conversation,
yeah, for sure.
I don't like when my barber is on his phone doing appointments while he's cutting my hair, because he's like cutting it, then he'll go book something on his phone, come back, cut, book something on his phone.
Yeah.
And he's like always, every time he goes back to that corner, I know it's another 2 minutes before he comes back to do something new. I'm like, bro, you could have done all my shit in 15 minutes if you did not go back and forth between that phone. That's the only thing that bothers me.
That's facts. I'm guilty about that shit, though.
Bro,
I'm guilty,
I wish you guys
bro.
would just have an assistant, bro. Like,
yeah.
But I guess the assistant doesn't know what you know. That's the problem.
No, for real,
the
bro.
The assistant won't know like how much time it's gonna actually take you to let that person know, and they don't know the schedule. But bro, like, that shit's so annoying, bro. I'm like, man, every time he does one little thing, goes to his phone. One little thing goes to his phone, like, bro. But I'm not gonna lie.
I'm guilty about
do
that
that
shit,
shit
bro.
too?
I do that shit, bro. But I try. See, one thing that I realized, bro, is that as a barber, half of being a barber is your skill, bro. Like, really 25-30% of it is your skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of it is communication. Most of it is having good character. Most of it is professionalism. You know, all of these things, consistency. So I've learned that too. When I got a client in my chair, bro, I'm giving them my undivided attention.
Got to.
But sometimes when we got like Fridays or Saturdays and there's people calling me and shit like that, like, let me give you an example, right? Let's say you come in and I'm so used to cutting your hair. I know I'm about to get your hair cut in 30 minutes, but I booked you for an hour just in case. I'm damn near already done with your haircut. So when somebody calling and I might take it, that's me saying, bro, pull up, be on the way right now, because I'm about to have an extra 30 minutes. Or like, an example, last week I was just fucking with the Wayne Treasury auction and the fucking car auction and shit. I fuck with cars too and shit. I just got off into that too. But bro, I'm literally cutting hair, bro. And I appreciate all my clients though. But I'm cutting hair, bro. on the auction, bidding on cars, bro, live bidding, and doing content at the same time, bro.
I'm saying, man.
Like, bro, it's a lot, bro.
You're
It's
doing
a
too
lot,
much.
bro.
You're doing
I
too
am
much.
doing too much, bro. I am. And I
All
told my clients, bro, like, you're not gonna have to worry about this shit next weekend but this today, I just gotta do this shit.
True.
You know, but
It's not like the haircuts where it just takes longer. It takes like an extra 10 minutes. to
yeah,
get there.
it
No, it's not
does.
a
It
big
does. It does.
deal. Some other fun facts I want to tap into. Chaldean. Is there anything that you do know about the Chaldean culture? Like, did you get to learn about the food a lot? Did you get to?
I love Chaldean food, bro.
What's your favorite Chaldean food?
Doma. I love Doma.
Grape leaves, yeah.
I love kubba.
Mm.
And not just any Doma, bro. Like, I like the grape leaves, bro. But I fuck with the onions and the fucking the peppers the most when they stuff them bitches, bro. They be tasting so good. And I like what's the little beef kebabs and shit?
Kebab.
Then them bitches be good as hell, bro.
Chicken
Like,
tikka, bro.
man, bro, I love all that shit,
My
bro.
favorite, yeah. I love, man, there's so much. Obviously, chicken shawarma is what people know us for.
Yeah, that's like Americanized. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause in the household we not even eating fucking shawarmas, bro.
Nah, you gotta go
yeah,
buy.
Yeah, you gotta go buy that shit, bro.
At the crib, you're really eating like Tim and Mardio, which is basically like tomato-based stew with like.
Bro, I
beans
love
and
that
green
shit
beans.
with the green beans and the beef, bro. I
Yeah.
love that shit, bro. You know, knowing you Chaldean, bro, a lot of people gonna be sleeping on this shit, bro. But the tomato with the eggs, bro, in the morning, bro.
Yeah, cho fry.
Oh my God, bro.
Cho fry. I make
That
cho fry
shit's
like
so
once a
good,
week.
bro. I was like 8 years old drinking chai and shit, bro. Swear to God, bro. I was like 6 or 7 years old, bro, drinking chai as a kid, bro. Like,
Did you learn any Arabic?
I do. More so Sudith.
Oh, you know, Suda.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're a different level than me.
So you speak Arabic?
Best shway, yeah. Best shway.
Okay, yeah.
But I wouldn't be able to have like a crazy conversation.
Me
with you.
too, though, bro. Like, and that's like that. Now that I'm getting older, bro, like I'm starting to be interested in more shit, like learning new languages and shit, bro. Like I'm actually trying to plan a trip to go to Iraq next year, bro.
That's crazy.
Like Chaldea, like I want to go there, bro. I got some cousins that be going down there a lot. I've never been though. I got a lot of family in Arizona, and I go see them and shit. But I want to.
My aunts all went there like last year. They said there's certain areas that are just gorgeous still.
Yeah,
but
bro.
All my family came from Baghdad.
Yeah.
But then obviously, Saddam's era took over, and then they infiltrate. Because we're from the same place.
Facts.
What Arabic do you know? Like, can you speak any of it right now?
I really down to the words, bro. Like I can conduct sentences sometimes. Like if I see my family, I say like dahi with. Like I know shit like Bessa, like I'll fuck around with my family and be like Ahu, Ada, like I'll be fucking saying stupid shit, bro. But like in terms of like being able to like and this will be fucking me up too, bro, because I know that I'm Chaldean. So when I walk into places like liquor stores, bro, and I tell them I'm Chaldean, I want to be able to conduct a full ass conversation because a lot of them motherfuckers be talking shit too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I be one like, and I done caught a lot of them, bro. Like I done caught some motherfuckers like saying gahba and some bullshit, bro. And I'll be like, nigga, who you calling a bitch, bro? Like I don't know what you said, bro, but I know what you said, bro. Like you ain't slick, bro. So that be the other essence of it that, like, I be wanting to learn that shit, bro. So I can conduct.
So.
Like, cause I'm sure like knowledge is power, bro. Like knowledge is more important than money, bro. Like I've watched people conduct conversations with people, right?
Yeah.
And they know that they're not of their descent or their religion or ethnicity. And I've seen the amount of respect that they get from knowing their language or their culture or their religion. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
So
bro.
knowledge is power, bro. That's one thing I'm trying to get on right now. Like just learning more languages and just learning shit every day though. For
Absolutely.
real, yeah.
Amazing. I wanted to ask you a question about a topic about a Babyface Ray beat, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Was there a beat that you had in place that was reused or something like that? What was the situation with that?
So with that was around that time where I had got the feature from Rio and shit, bro. And like I said, I was making my way around and people was hitting me up and shit, and I was getting some views and shit like that, bro. And Ray was doing the same thing as far as like he wasn't charging $500. I think he wanted like $1,000 for a feature or some shit like that, right? So I took it upon myself and I hit him up and I had the paperwork party beat. I had got it from I think his name like Trap Boy 3K or some shit like that. I haven't seen him since then, bro, to be honest. But I think I bought that beat from bro for like $200 or $250. And in my head, it's like starting off with the music shit. I'm not knowing about exclusives and renting out and shit like that. But if I'm paying $200 or $250 for a beat, bro, I'm thinking I'm owning that motherfucker, bro. Like, because there's people that got names right now that's charging $250, $300 to own a beat. You know what I'm saying? So when I bought that beat, I could have sworn I owned it. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I don't, because I got some more research to do on it and shit though. But I was gonna get him on that song, and he heard the beat, and he was just like, bro, this shit's so hard. And the reason why I didn't get back to him is because I ended up going with Rio for the feature. So the $1,000 that I gave Rio for the feature and the video, I was gonna be giving to Ray for just the feature, and not knowing what I was gonna be getting charged for a video too. So at that time, it was a good investment and shit. And I just had so much other shit going on. And but moral of the story, you know, he hit me up and he was just like, bro, this bitch hard as hell, bro. I need this bitch. So me not tripping, I'm like, shit, fuck it, bro. Just throw me like $250 for the beat. What I paid for it. You know what I'm saying? Just throw it to me. And we was going back and forth for about a couple weeks. And he was supposed to send me the cheese and shit though. And then I think like a month went by, and I just was like, I ain't gonna sweat him and shit though. But then when I seen he dropped the song, and I seen the amount of feedback it got, and I was just like, damn, bro, that could have been my song, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that could have, and you know, shit happens. Like I said,
on that beat fully exclusive.
Yeah.
And had him on the song, it would have been you and him. But you know what? Either way, the real song still went crazy.
No, it did. You know, and I like I said, I wouldn't undo nothing I did. You know what I'm saying? But I end up hitting, I think I hit up his manager or something like that. And then like a month or two went by, and his manager was talking about like, bro, cause that's what it was. It was like, okay, bro, I'm gonna just throw you a feature for the love of it. You know what I'm saying? And I was expecting that feature at that time. You told me you gonna give me a feature. I'm on that shit. Like, what? So I think I hit his manager up, and his manager was like, $10K for a feature. Nah. And I'm like, bro, I just hit this nigga up 2 months ago, and this shit was $1,000. He was giving me $1,000 feature, bro. Yeah. So you telling me now he want $10K, my nigga? So that shit rubbed me kind of wrong, bro. And I was like, damn, I kind of was fucked up. Like you know, and I got text messages and shit going back and forth for months, bro, about the shit, bro.
Welcome to the entertainment world.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
I see how real this shit get, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, man. You gotta. It's like everything you do has got to have a safe security net to it. Like, you can't get. I always tell people, don't give the full feature price to people, man. Don't give the full amount to people unless they have serious credibility. Like, if you see them are constantly working and they're constantly doing collaborations, and you just see it's like smooth, yeah, you could pay that full up front. But man, when you're talking about somebody who's dropping features like here and there. Mm-hmm. Bro, do half and half. Don't do the full thing.
No, absolutely.
I appreciate you bringing the drinks, man. I appreciate you telling us about the barbershop and the event hosting that you do and the event spaces that you work in, man. Is there anything else you want to shout out before we close out?
Yeah, man. Of course, I want to shout out my shop, man. Cut Lounge Barbershop. My personal barber name, Mike's Icy Cuts. Mike's _ Icy Cuts. Top tier _ bartending. Man, come get with the move, man. Stay tuned for a lot of music I got dropping soon. Also wanted to say that Dame Dot, that's one thing I forgot to mention with the haircuts though. You was talking about celebrity cuts. I actually chopped his dreads off. I was the one to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's actually my brother, bro. We've grew a very strong relationship over the years and shit, man. I met him when I was working at that first shop on 8 Mile. Remember I told you my grandma friend let me cut there for free. And he was actually getting his dreads did there. And I ran into him. I played some music out loud, and he was fucking with it. I ended up cutting his son hair, and we just been locked in ever since. So we got some music on the way. I got a lot of more projects on the way. As you seen with the one mic, I'm starting to get big with that, and I'm welcoming people to come through and drop what they got, man. Whether they singing, whether they rapping, whatever they trying to do, man. I'm trying to get that platform kind of big, like on the radar or anybody else. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely.
If y'all listening, man, come through, drop a one mic, man. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Come fuck with me.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you doing this again, man. I appreciate you telling the entrepreneurship lineage that you've been creating a pathway for in your own life and showing people hard work ethic pays off and what it takes to have hard work ethic, which is discipline. I appreciate you doing this again, man. Tell Dame Dot unblock me, man. We're a Parallel Sound Studio, High Elevation Productions. Peace.